Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode number 108 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val, and with me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA Hall of Famer, King NASCAR Logan. How are you?
I am Rona-rific.
I bet you are. And Jason's a little under the weather, so he won't be joining us tonight. So hope you feel better, Jason.
Yep, Jason's down in that Dallas heat. Mm.
That's crazy down there. Um, Talking with the folks at the National about that. But speaking of National, we got a great show for everyone today. We got a race recap. We had a couple of races going on. Didn't get to see too much of that. I was in Atlantic City. So we're going to talk about the National and lots of stuff about the National. We learned a lot of different news pertaining to cards from Tops Q&A, Panini, talking to the gentleman at Panini, as well as some of the pickups, some of the things we saw at the National, some things to be aware, be careful of at the National, and all kinds of information stuff. Like I said, against the National, so you won't want to miss that. And then we'll wrap up the show with King's Court. So
Yeah,
yeah, we good.
I was gonna say just so people know, I tested positive for the Rona yesterday, and apparently the national ended up being probably what you might want to call a super spreader event. There are a lot of people who picked up the coronavirus. You can tell it in my voice right now. I'm very tired. I'm not feeling 100%, but the show must go on.
So we're all standing at least 6 feet or more, virtually or not. So it's a corona-free virus show today. Yeah, it was interesting on social media, all the positive and negative corona tests. So, well, and I know you're feeling better, so we kind of joke about it, but it's not a joking matter, but
It's a
something I
it's a
guess we're having to deal with here in 2022.
it's a scary thing. I mean, there was a point last night, and I'll try to keep this really short. There's a point last night when I woke up in the middle of the night and I could not stop coughing. And of course, everyone knows that when you cough, sometimes you have the phlegm, all that stuff. I won't go into all the graphic details, but yes, it was not good. It was pretty scary there for a while because it was like, man, I got so much stuff that I almost can't breathe. And so I did not like that. It was very scary.
I bet. Um, First of all, thanks to all our listeners, folks from other countries, Australia, Germany, New Zealand, Canada, Belgium, Switzerland. Thank you, folks, for listening to NASCAR Radio. Appreciate it. And then some of our big states in the U.S., Hawaii, number one this week, followed by Hawaii, Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, New York, South Carolina, and Texas. Thank you, as well as thank you everybody else for listening to the podcast and the YouTube show. So appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's getting. Well, I know they're getting stuff out of it. So we try to pack it with a lot of information. Maybe sometimes too much information, but um, we'll we love bringing all this information for everybody. So let's get to it here.
And we also need to thank Panini. Thank you,
Yes,
Panini,
thank you to our sponsor, Panini America.
who we got to see at the National.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about them.
God, let's get going.
So Camping World Truck Series, that was race number 17. That was the inaugural T Sports 200. That was Friday, July 29th. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Our winner was Grant Infinger. Highest finishing rookie was Jack Wood at position 25. Jack Wood does not have any cards as of yet. Grant Infinger, that's I think his first win in a while. So his cards are in 2018 Dunruss and the Phenoms. There's three versions of that with the cracked ice and explosion. There's the 2018 Panini Certified that's going to have a base card, card number 61, and then different parallels like orange, red, blue, gold, purple, green, black, and then we have mirror gold, mirror purple, mirror green, mirror black, which is 101. And then there's driver signatures in Prism. Actually, there's two different versions. There's driver signatures and scripted signatures. I had to do a double take when I was looking at that. Um, so the driver signatures, there's the different versions with camo, red, green, blue, red, rainbow to 24, gold, white, and black 101, and that's the same for both versions. Next race, race number 18. We are now in the playoffs. This is going to be the second race playoffs, and it's going to be Richmond Raceway. That's going to be the Worldwide Express 250 for carrier appreciation, and that's going to be Saturday, August 13th at 8 p.m. Moving over to the Xfinity race, that was race number 20 of the season, and that was the 19th annual Pennzoil 150 at the Brickyard, and that was Saturday, July 30th. AJ Allmendinger was our winner. Highest finishing rookie was Austin Hill at position 9. And
Yeah,
then, good.
Topic and Gibbs spun out on lap 25. Ugh.
He
He,
still finished 8th.
yep, he came back to finish in the top 10.
I saw there was a few drivers in there from Cup. Alex Bowman came in second. Ross Chastain fourth. Um, so yeah, AJ Allmendinger we've talked about, I guess, a few weeks ago. But the highlights basically 2007 in Premium, Stealth, VIP. There's Press Pass 2007 signings. There's also 2007 tracks with different parallels and wheels. American Thunder. And then where's my favorite one? The parallel to 80, card number 84, signed 50 to variation with Dinger on it. So I
Yeah,
want to
that's a
try to
cool
find.
card.
Yeah, I got to try to find that one.
You know, that is AJ Allmendinger's ninth road course win in the Xfinity Series, which is most all time.
Oh, all right. I did not know that.
Yep.
And then Austin Hill, we've talked about him quite a lot. He's highest finisher rookie. He's done very well. 2021 Donruss loaded with him, and then the 2021 Panini Chronicles, the Zenith and Zenith autographs, and then 2021 Panini Prism signing sessions and the different parallels for that. So next race for Xfinity. There's 6 more before the playoffs in Xfinity. That's going to be race number 21 at the Michigan International Speedway. That's the New Holland 250. And that's Saturday, August 6th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Stages for that race is going to be end of lap 30, end of lap 60, and end of lap 125. Moving over to the Cup Series, that was race number 22, and that was the 29th annual Verizon 200 at the Brickyard, and that was Sunday, July 31st. Tyler Reddick was our winner. Highest finishing ranking was Austin Cindric at position 2. I did watch a little bit of that, and Ross Chastain was sneaking in there, taking that uh, side ramp or whatever it was to beat that corner when it got all wide there on the um, overtime. But looks like he was penalized pretty heavy for that.
He was, man. He's becoming the new Kyle Busch. People are going to start hating the heck out of that guy. You know, he took that off road and came hauling around back around and got really was in front of Tyler Reddick there for just a second, but he kind of like evened up and slowed down a little bit because he knew he had done wrong. And of course, the commentators on there, Junior and all, they were going, "I don't know if he's going to be legal or not." Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
So,
they wouldn't stop talking about it. Yeah,
yeah, so it was crazy. That finish was really wild. I'm proud for Tyler Reddick though. That's his second win of the year, man. I mean, and he's leaving that team after next year, so he may regret that decision.
I don't know, but it says a lot about the team and himself that they weren't laying down. They came to race, and they led a lot of that race that I saw. So, and we've talked about it before. I'm very I like Tyler Reddick. The fact, and I bring it up, I know probably too much, is that he won the Xfinity Championship with two different teams, which says a lot about um, the chemistry and the driver and the team to be able to do something like that. And then, to come in RCR, it was just a matter of time, and they're clicking. So,
Yeah. So did you see where Kyle Larson crop dusted Ty Dillon coming into that turn? Holy crap!
yeah, I missed that. I did see on online that they were checking his brakes and stuff for failures, but they didn't see anything.
He came flying in there, man. I think all four of those wheels came off the ground. Uh, but he nailed the heck out of Ty Dillon, man. Just he tore that car up.
All you missing was the Dukes of Hazard horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever they did those jumps and the kind of crazy stuff with the car. Yep. Tyler Reddick, we talked about him, like I said, just a few weeks ago, but keys for him, his rookie cards, 2016. He's in my favorite 2016 Panini certified card number 49 with the different parallels. A lot of mirror orange, mirror silver, mirror red, mirror blue, mirror gold, mirror purple, mirror green, mirror black, which is a 101. There's also Panini certified potential signatures, and there are also parallels to that mimic the other parallels. He's in 2016 Panini Prism, but only driver signatures, no base card there, and all the parallels with 2016 Panini Prism. He does have base in 2016 Panini Torque, card number 68, with the parallels there. Actually, they got a lot more. They have more parallels than certified now that I'm comparing them. But gold, blue, red, artist proof, purple, hollow silver, hollow gold, blackout. I don't remember blackout. That's a series. That's 101. That's why. Test proof black, test proof cayenne, test proof magenta, test proof yellow, all one to ones, and then printing plates as well, all one to ones with black cayenne, magenta, and yellow. And there's also signatures with Panini Torque driver scripts, the parallels to that, and then dual materials in Torque with the different parallels blue, red, green, and purple.
Oh, I want to tell you something funny that happened to me today. Watching, when I was prepping for the show, I was going through the Cup highlights on YouTube, right? They play ads. They played a ad for women's hair coloring while I was watching this. I'm like, you guys have got your demographics all wrong here.
Their algorithm is just not right. Needs a little more tweaking.
Yeah, it does.
And then Austin Cindric, we've talked about him before. He has moved up from the Xfinity Series to Cup Series. So 2018 Dunruss, the Phenoms, and 2018 Panini Certified with the base card there with different parallels. Panini Prism, but only scripted signatures, no parallels there. And then 2018 Panini Victory Lane, there's a base card there, card number 33 with different parallels, and Panini Victory Lane signatures in 2018. So, but a lot of repeat wins here with um, Tyler Reddick, AJ Allmendinger. So they're, I think they're coming together here at the, maybe getting some momentum for the playoffs. So,
Man, that'd be something if Tyler Reddick was to pull off a championship. Oh my gosh.
well, right, you
It'd be,
gotta
it'd
you
be
gotta
cool.
win the
Don't get me
key.
wrong. I think it'd be cool, but it'd be amazing. He's leaving the team as a championship contender
Well,
or championship winner.
Well, as he doesn't leave until the following year, so 24.
Right.
So he's got 22 and 23. But when you get into the playoffs, you just need a couple strategic wins to get you. through those different rounds. So even though you might be low in the points, you get through those rounds. So, but next Cup race, race number 23. There's four more races before the playoffs, and so race number 23 is going to be Michigan International Speedway. That's the Firekeepers Casino 400. That's Sunday, August 7th at 3 p.m. And the stages are end of lap 45, end of lap 120, and the end of lap 200. Moving over to IndyCar, that was the 2022 Gallagher Grand Prix. That was at Indianapolis Grand Prix circuit. Alexander Rossi was our winner. And I was looking for some cards for Alexander Rossi. Not too many, just those green light IndyCar series cards from 2016. 2017, there was a Indy 500 education program, no number though. That looks interesting. And a 2018 Borg Warner Trophy card. I saw a few of those on eBay, so nothing really that compares to say, with Tops with F1 or Panini. So I sure would love to see a license move over and help or incorporate the IndyCar driver. So
You would think that some of the splash over from F1 would fall into Indy right now. You would think somebody would be going, "Hey, we need to pick up this license like right now," but nobody seems to care.
yeah, it makes with F1 so hot in the U.S., you would think Tops would kind of jump on that one, but um, or somebody else. But you're right. Uh, so next race number 14, that's going to be the Nashville Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. And that's the Grand Prix of Nashville, Streets of Nashville. And that's Sunday, August 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, it's only 3 hours for me, but man, I don't think I feel like trying to drive up there and go see that because you're not going to be able to see the whole race anyway. But it's a cool
Right.
street course.
Right now, point standing, Will Power is our leader, 9 points over Marcus Erickson, who is 9 points behind him, and then Joseph Newgarden minus 32. So, and then Scott Dixon. Moving over to Formula One, that was the Hungarian Grand Prix. And that was Sunday, July 31st. In Hungary, that was 70 laps. Max Verstappen was our winner. Second place, Lewis Hamilton. And third, George Russell. I've seen that finish somewhere else before.
Yep, it's coming back again. Just what we've been saying about Mercedes. They're inching up, inching up, inching up. I think
Yeah, I
you're
was
gonna, I think you're going to see Lewis Hamilton win here soon in the next race or two.
Yeah, I was watching some of the highlights or watching speed watching, I should say, but I don't know what's going on with Ferrari. It seems like they're either mismanaged some of the or hesitation on the track or with pit stops and other things. So I saw Charles Leclerc finish sixth. Having led some of the race, but I think it's Max's now to lose.
Oh yeah, he came from 10th to win.
Right. Yeah, that wasn't the farthest someone's ever come back, but as we've talked about the last year or more, that usually you don't see that kind of movement. So
No, you don't, and I'm glad to see that. Honestly, I'm glad to see that the person who's on the pole gets out front and wins the race and dominates the whole thing. I'm glad to see some what I would call, this may sound terrible, but real racing, where these guys actually are having to fight for position and overtake other drivers. That was a good race.
yeah, this is a far cry from I would say last season, right? So I think we said Max and Lewis had won like 18 or 19 of the 20 something races. So uh, it's it's um it's been refreshing, I guess, this year. So
Yep.
Next race, that is the Belgian Grand Prix, and that's going to be Sunday, August 28th. So we have a few week break, and it's going to be 9 a.m. Eastern. And driver standing so far is Max Verstappen is our leader, followed by Charles Leclerc, 80 points behind. 85 is Sergio Perez, and then I think that is 100 for George Russell. So um, it's getting tight for second place. Um, as long as there's nothing catastrophic for Max Verstappen, I guess like we say, it's his to lose. So
Yeah, he's won 8 of the 13 races though. Now that's pretty dominant. Like, if that happened in NASCAR, we would have people with the stakes trying to burn the tracks down. I mean, I know I would be one of them. I'd be going, no, if Kyle Larson was winning 8 of 13 races, I would be not happy about that. I don't care who it is. Even if Michael McDowell won 8 of 13 races, I would not be happy about it.
yeah, we haven't seen anything like that. So,
Yeah.
but we'd all be with conspiracy theories. I think whatever.
Yep.
Um, moving over to the national.
Well, we got some news real quick about
Okay, good.
uh, today, as a matter of fact, as we record this. NASCAR driver, and to me he's a legendary driver because I saw him in so many races when I was a kid. Uh, Buddy Arrington passed away. Uh, he was, I think, 84 years old. Um, he had 560 Cup starts. He never won a race. I think the best he ever did was I think he finished third, something like that. But that's the second most winless driver behind JD McDuffie, who had 653 races and he never won a race.
That
So
just tells you racing's in their blood.
racing is in their blood, and I've got his 1988 Max rookie card, Buddy Arrington. So uh, prayers and thoughts to his family right now.
Yes, very much so.
So now we can talk about the national.
Okay, lots of information from the national. First, foremost, I guess we just go through the list. We attended the Tops Q&A on, I think it was Thursday night. We found out that Tops will be producing next year. I believe it's next year or somewhere in the schedule. Tops Finest and Top Stadium Club F1.
Yeah, did they call those? Was it Paddock Pass or something that they're going to call those? They're not going to call them Stadium Club. I think it's Paddock Pass or something like that.
Okay.
That they're going to call it. But it's a Stadium Club. It looks like Stadium Club. It's just a different name because they're really not in a stadium per se.
Yeah, I wasn't sure the exact name, but to your point, there will be two new releases or an addition to the current. Um, we saw a little of the F1 product unopened, and for a lot of singles, we can talk about that some more if we're going to cover all of the news that we heard. In, I guess you want to go to Panini News.
Sure, let's go to Panini News.
Okay, talk to the gentleman at Panini, and some of the things that we found out. There will be a 2022 Donruss yellow parallel. I don't think they're sure yet where or when that will be released, but apparently the printer got the wrong number or transposed the wrong number. So instead of lime green, they printed a yellow version of it.
Yeah,
Uh, so that's been printed. Now I guess they're trying to figure out how they're going to release that or where they're going to release it. So
yeah.
be on the lookout for the yellow version.
From what we were told, they reversed the Pantone numbers for those colors, and They turned out yellow, and they went, no, 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 this is not what we wanted. We wanted the lime fluorescent green color. So they kept all those cards, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to put them in like Father's Day packs and silver packs. So they're going to be limited because I'm sure they didn't print the whole run. I'm sure they printed some with whoa, 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 time out. We need to stop. So we'll see where those show up. It'll be interesting.
Yep. This year, I don't think we're getting Prime this year, but I think it's for next year that they're going to introduce Prime in addition to the normal releases. So we're talking Dunrush, Chronicles, Prime, then Prism, and then NT for 2023. So we're going from 4 to 5. Another note, and they've kind of confirmed it, and I've talked about it on episodes before about some finding cards that are released but are not on any checklist. So I've gotten some information on how that happened, but we'll cover more of that on another show. So it is
Yep.
validated, and we'll cover some more of that um, later. So that was pretty interesting. We've talked about it before on the show. I think it was with Chase Elliott when he was a baby on that 1997 press pass. I said we try to get down to the bottom of it. So we have got some contacts and we're whittling down our list here. So we're on the heels of that to find out who was responsible for that copy on the front of the 97 press pass, where they mention baby Chase Elliott and being the next century champion. So, and I think some of the biggest news is that Panini is pursuing the rights for the images of Dale Earnhardt Sr., and that they've pulled out all the stops to try to get him for either, I guess, at least for next year, if not sooner. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're talking with Teresa Earnhardt, and what we were told is they are offering Babe Ruth money to the Earnhardt estate to get the rights to use the images and likenesses of Dale Earnhardt for the trading cards, and that got their attention. So, from what we were told, their fingers crossed, right? Hold on, let me cross my fingers here. Fingers crossed. They said that they it's looking pretty good. We possibly, if the things go right, there's a chance for this year, but we don't know. I mean, it's still, like I said, the talks are still happening, but they said it's very promising when they threw out that whatever that Babe Ruth big number was uh, to them. So that tells you that Panini really cares about the NASCAR license. If they're willing to offer that much money to get uh, a likeness and image of a particular driver, that tells me they're committed to the product.
Definitely, I think they've got some, stuff. I think they said they had a fire suit and they have the cut autos, so I think they're ready to go. They just need the rights to do it. So,
Yep.
uh, so you just think about that. If they're able to pull that off, Dale Earnhardt Senior material in National Treasures and in Prime, it'll be it'll be epic.
Oh, it will be. Can you imagine a one of one cut auto of Dale Earnhardt Sr. in National Treasures? That's a oh god, that's at least a $5,000 card. I mean, that's going to be the hit of the product. Oh, I got goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah, it'll be. I just hope they can pull it off. So
Me too.
some of the pickups we saw a lot at the National. Oh, some other news. What was the
This year in Prism, look for manga cards in NASCAR.
So this is
So
kind of what they look like.
those cartoon like looking cards that everybody went crazy over with Tom Brady. That we're going to have those in uh, Prism, and Val and I were lucky enough to see the images, which we could not get a hold of. They said that Nada, you can't have these, but you can look at them. and they look awesome. There's going to be like Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt Jr. I think Haley Deegan's in there,
Kyle
uh,
Busch,
Tony
Richard Petty.
Stewart. So
Yep.
those are going to be nice. I think they're going to be maybe a case hit. So be on the lookout. Manga NASCAR is coming.
Yes. Make a note of that. Uh,
Please make a note of that.
let's see what else. We saw a lot of different pricing. I grabbed pictures for the Formula One pricing. You want to go through that first before we touch
Yeah.
on? All right. Some of the things I saw was a 2020 tops now. The Lewis Hamilton PSA 10 card number 3 for 700.
Yeah, and I think that was high, actually.
I think it didn't last long. There's a lot of stuff moving, stuff being traded. We saw uh, we saw the 2021 flagship for 150 that actually had come down. Actually, it looks like it's been taped over already, but I think we had seen it come down to 140, 130. We found some for 110 for the hobby boxes. Of course, we didn't do the redemptions. There were pack redemptions for tops for that.
Yeah, we were able to get 5 boxes. I got three and Val ended up getting two of those at that price. It was a heck of a deal.
Yeah, considering how high they've gotten, I thought it was 400 or 500 sometime when maybe it was released or whatever. But we did see some of the 2021 top sapphire. I think last year, this is the case I was talking about. It was like $700 and 7,000 for the case, and you can see it's 35,000 for the case. I don't think they sold that when I checked back.
Yeah, and that's one thing we noticed about Blowout. They didn't have very many NASCAR products. I think all they had was Donruss, wasn't it, Val?
Yes, only had dollars.
And they had, I think half of their display was selling cases. Instead, usually you go around the four corners or the four sides of the display, and they'd have boxes for all the different sports. Well, this time, two of those sides were like just selling cases. It was very different than what we've ever seen before.
Yeah, it was definitely a move for bigger, pricier items. To Logan's point, the other two sides were wax boxes, they're high dollar stuff. They only had the price I showed of the chrome, they had only in the case form. They didn't have any opened. They had 2021 chrome, I think, opened and flagship open, but everything else was by the case. So it's definitely seemed to be a push for just cases. David Adams just had Dunruss with nothing else for NASCAR. Steel City, I have to give them the attaboy. They brought 4 or 5, maybe more, Dunruss products with 2016 certified. I think it was 85. They had 2016 torque, I think 110. They had 2017 torque. They had 2017 Dunruss. I think they were 45 a box. So they had a few different offerings as well as the newer Donruss. So um, they get the NASCAR Radio award for the big three bringing the NASCAR product. So
Yep. Kudos.
we saw 2020 Chrome. I had seen as low as 2,400 a box. Here it is at 3,100 a box. Had the light for 349. Flagship for 145. I think this might have been somebody else.
It's Marty's.
Yeah, and then Chrome for 695 for 2022, I guess is what we're saying, or 2021. So there was a lot of unopened Chrome from 2021. Not a lot of 2020 Chrome sealed. There's a lot opened. We saw a lot of cases with 2020 chrome, all
Oh yeah.
high dollar stuff. So it's a lot of dynasty as well, more than I expected.
Oh yeah, a ton of Dynasty. We saw and some very high prices on Dynasty. We
Yeah, it was way out of my ballpark.
Yeah, those guys from Hawaii, they had that Lewis Hamilton auto patch. It was like they were asking $65,000 for it.
Yeah, I had some great conversation with those guys. They were great. Trying to find my business cards. I can't remember where they are. Um,
Yeah, that was one of the great things about the National is we were able to talk to and network with a lot of people there. Dealers, manufacturers, other collectors. We saw Nick there, DX Flyers. He was there with his son. Uh,
yes.
PJ Graves there. So yeah, we saw it was amazing. I think it was definitely, if not the best national for me, it was maybe the second best for sure.
Yeah, it was great seeing Nick and TJ. Um,
Give me that.
ha-
Hey, hold on.
okay, had a lot of fun seeing those folks, and also some of the booths, whatever, had different things. ComC had a scratch off where you just went to the website and scratched off the code and to redeem it, and I think everything was a winner. I think I had $5 of mine. So if you had gone to the national and you have your scratch off, make sure you redeem that. It's a picture of Atlantic City and the convention center. It's 460,000 square foot. There was a lot of dealers. There was a large corporate area. Tops had their V friends. They had Stranger Things with the LED sides that would have different patterns and stuff on it. It was really cool. It's kind of the merging of maybe the old convention or show with the new, maybe like sneakers or with the Comic Con and stuff like that. So it's a little different than I guess years past. There was Whatnot had a large presence, and they had a Bob Space Racer game where people competed against each other by rolling a ball into the like a little skee ball, and then the horse would move. Had the main stage with and the big breaker pavilion, so it was cards and a little bit of show. So let's see what else we got here. I don't want to go into some of the stuff without Logan. Are you muted?
I'm back. Bella took off with my Brody Slam buddy, and I can't find it. I chased her all the way downstairs. I can't find it. Yeah, that what Val has.
Yeah, shout out to Brody.
So I don't know where it's at. She'll probably end up tearing it up now.
All right, have to send it back to Brody for a refund.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to talk about either some of the shady dealers we saw or the '88 Earnhardts or some of the pickups. If you want to go through which one you want to talk about.
Well, we might as well talk about the shady dealers, and that can kind of move itself into the '88 Earnhardt, Max Earnhardt's we saw.
Yeah, we had let's see, a few different experiences with dealers. Most of them were great, and usually I just just blow them off if we don't. But one of them, and I guess I'll have to explain the situation with greenies. Uh, we walked up to one of the dealers at the Greenies area. He had 2018 Donruss, a hobby box for sale for 60, the 2017 Select box for 130. He also had numerous packs at the table for sale. So we were looking through the packs. I saw some 2004 wheels. They have Kyle Busch rookies in them in 2004 trackside. They also have Martin Truex and Kyle Busch as well, and the different variations, I think, in that. So while we proceeded to look through the packs, the dealer basically said that the 2018s were not 60, they were going to be 90, but we could still have them for 60. If we left the table, they were going to be 90, but if we stayed or if we bought them that time, they were 60. And he was touting his business ethics at that point. So I also verified that Select was still 130 a box, which he said it was. So, and the reason I point that out was continue to look through the packs, and then when we're getting ready to kind of check out or whatever, the Select box has now disappeared and
Yep.
inventory adjustment, but he has his business ethics for the Dunruss boxes. So so then I refused to buy anything. So but
Yeah, Val just he was not happy. I don't blame him because I think he was wanting to buy the select box,
I did,
but
and
uh,
I didn't jump on it right then and there because of his business ethics, but we
yeah,
can all tell about his business ethics. So
yeah, he needs to not quote things that he doesn't know about. And
yeah, he was blaming the Wi-Fi and inventory adjustment or whatever that is. So
yeah, so I went ahead and bought all those 2004 various packs. And Val, if you want any, you have some. It don't
no,
matter.
no, no. I do not want any of those. Well, it kind of the questions, the validity of some of the packs because they're all open. So I don't know how long they've been rattling around in his boxes for.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably do a video one of these days whenever I have time to uh, to open some of those, like get an assortment and open them, and be looking for Kyle Busch and Martin Truex rookies. Uh,
Uh,
yeah, that guy was he kept saying how good of a that he was going to honor prices, but he really did not. That was not cool what he did.
yeah. Also looking through the cases, this caught our eye. 88 Earnhardt in the gem slab, and just sitting there right in the case, looking all pretty. And then we took a look under. You can probably kind of see it if you look over the max in the circle there of the 8. You can kind of see that little extra black line there, and then we flip it over, and you can see Canaples is spelled a little weird.
Annapolis Lillis.
Yes, yes, yes. So Logan, you want to take the story from here, or
Yeah, we asked the guy, or we told the guy, we go, we hate to tell you this because we hate to tell people bad news, right? But we have to because that's the right thing. So we told him, we go, hey, just so you know, this card is counterfeit. And you know what his reply was? What was his reply, Val?
I've been told that before.
Yeah, that's what the dude said. I've been told that before, yet he still had it out there for sale.
Yeah, so he says that's why I'm only selling it for 300, and he blames Mint for grading it. So I
Yeah,
guess that's his
yeah,
defense.
yeah. So yeah, it's a bargain price at $300 for a counterfeit card. Now, maybe if he had it for $25, maybe that's the right price. But he probably has 300 in it, so that's what he's trying to get back out of it so he doesn't lose. And I guarantee you, he probably, in my opinion, he probably will not, you know, tell that information that he is, that this is a counterfeit card to a potential buyer.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people, I think, and again, it's only my opinion, is that he bought it for 300, and if he sells it for 300, it's like he never had it.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, this is a counterfeit card. Like Val said, he did blame Jim. It was he didn't take responsibility for having a counterfeit card, which he should have. Yeah, it's a counterfeit card. I shouldn't even be displaying this card at all because apparently he already knew and was told that this in the past that this was a counterfeit card. So that was kind of crappy, in my opinion, for him to do that. But
Yeah, so
but but look, turn it over again, Val. Show the back. It's got the serial number right there, the SC 3039913. Make a note of that. Do not buy that card.
yeah, one of the other things, and it's we go in these other things, but Canaples is the easiest one. But if you look to the right where it says the top 10, that does not line up with that with Carrie there. But I think Canaples is the easy way. So, but I guess since he didn't do his due diligence and he got caught with a card, he's trying to pass it on. So we're trying to educate all our listeners so that you're not a victim of some dealers who either have bought stuff unbeknownst to them or they're trying to offload it because now they know it. So, but and then while we were looking around, we got a tip off of another awesome Dale Earnhardt 88. This time in a PSA holder for $1,000.
Yep.
But this too was counterfeit. You can kind of see it here. I don't have a scan of the back, but right over the max on the 88 tire down there, you can kind of see the overbrush. But if you flipped it over, you did see where Canapolis was spelt wrong as well. But in the PSA holder, you have PSA's guarantee. So um, we notified this dealer that he should take this to the PSA booth and look at contacting them about a refund. So
Yeah, and he was surprised when we told him that. And again, we were like, "We hate to tell you this, but this card is fake." And he goes, "Really?" He goes, "It's a PSA holder." I said, "Well, there for a while, PSA did not know the differences, and they did not know that there were fakes out there, and they graded a few, and a few got out. But after that, they stopped grading this card completely for a while till they figured out how to detect it, which is really easy. And then they start grading them again. So this is one of those that slipped through that they did not know about, that probably came in early, right when the counterfeits were going on, and they graded it and sent it out.
right, but unlike Jim, you have a guarantee from PSA. So
Yep. So he said he was going to take it over there or contact PSA. So I think that guy, he looked like he was going to try to be legit and do the right thing.
yeah, by I think it was Saturday we stopped by. We did stop by one other time. It was still there, but then maybe that was Friday or whatever Thursday. But then I think Saturday we stopped by, it was missing. So,
So
but
yeah,
anyway, we want to just make sure everybody remembers to check for the Canapolis if it's spelled right. So take that extra minute or two and Google Canapolis, North Carolina, how to spell it, and save yourself $1,000 or whatever. So, or the headache of having to uh, deal with PSA to get that refund. So, do you want to talk about some of the pickups that we got
yeah,
or you got? We found some a treasure trove of relics.
yeah. This national by far had more NASCAR than we have ever seen before. I mean, a lot of NASCAR, comparatively speaking to what we'd seen in the past. So we came across this one table. It was Big Boyd's cards. So you guys might want to check him out after I show you some of the things that we found. He had a lot of relic and autograph cards. His autograph cards were just your normal stuff, nothing really to write home about. But his memorabilia cards were off the chart. And I'm going to show you guys real quick a handful of them that I picked out of the ones that I've got downstairs that we found. Like this Bud Moore with part of the Motorcraft in there. That's a really nice card. Harry Gant with a zipper. That's really cool. And this is from Tim Richmond's suit he wore to the award banquet.
His tuxedo.
Tuxedo, yeah. So check that out. It's got all the silver and stuff in there. Isn't that neat? That was it. Here's another Harry Gant. He had a lot of good Harry Gant stuff. Here's a Harry Gant with part of the Champion Spark Plug logo on there. That's a really nice card. Here is a Bobby Allison. I'm not sure where this E comes. Looks like it's an E. I'm not sure where that comes from, but again, that's a really nice one. And then we found several. He had a lot of Rob Morosos. And what did you say about that, Val?
Oh, I think that you could put. He had so many pieces. I think you could put the hood back together.
You could. You could have welded the hood back together. He had so many of these. And I bought all the three color ones I saw.
Yeah, the I think usually you have the multicolor might be only 5 or 10% maybe of a run or the stuff that I see. It's always like the solid colors, but this that Big Boyd's had was total opposite where 90% were multicolors, were two or more colors. It was amazing, and then only very few of stuff that was solid.
Yeah, he said, and here's another. This is a Bobby Allison. If you look at that, that's really neat with the two color. I'm not sure where that came from, but I like to see it. It's also his old car number 12 of 15. Uh, Here's a Rusty Wallace with part of the light beer, Miller Light logo on there. I mean, look at that. Nice three color. There's also now Joe would like this one. This is the only double burner. He had several double burner cards, but this is the only one with multicolor, and so I picked that one up. That's a really nice Rusty Wallace. Then we saw this dual dynamic duels of Ryan Newman with part of the NASCAR logo on it. That is super cool. And then we also saw this Darrell Waltrip with part of the Western Auto logo on there. How sweet is that? Another three color.
Yeah, all epic.
And here's a Tim Richmond with I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's part of the old Milwaukee thing or what that is. I don't really know, but that's a nice patch. And probably the best patch there, and Val, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is this Harry Gant part of the STP logo.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That is to me that was the nicest one in there.
Yeah, there's no mistaking that STP logo.
Yeah, that is a sweet car. I mean, you got what one, two, three, four colors there.
Yeah.
So this guy had a lot of cool, as you can see, a lot of cool relic cards, and I picked up quite a few. I spent a lot of money on these things, but to me it was worth it because you just don't see them.
Right, all that all in one place. Like I said, it wasn't like I said originally where a few of them were two color and most of them were solid. This was the other way around where they were just all super patches. Uh we we left a lot there still. I mean, if you're a Rusty Wallace collector, there was a lot of multicolor Rusty Wallace stuff and the Rob Moroso multicolor Tim Richmond hoods type stuff. It's just there's a lot of it. It was really cool. You just never see it, and then it was all like in one place.
Yeah, and we asked the guy where he got them from. He said he bought them from a collector who collected them, and I'm thinking that just doesn't make sense to me. It almost looks like it's like when Press Pass went out of business, and this is like a big lot of those cards they had left because there were so many. There was probably a stack of Rob Morosos like this. Seriously,
Yeah, he
in
either
my,
opened a lot of cases of legends or got lucky on the right
I
cases or
don't think
whatever. But
I don't think anybody's that lucky.
but they're really nice,
They were
and
really nice.
we found a couple. Another dealer that had everything was $3 a piece. We found some Formula One. We found some good NASCAR stuff. Like I said, there was a lot of NASCAR. I had to beat the bushes for some of it.
Yeah,
Um,
we did. And then, I was kind of on a mission looking for Dale Earnhardt senior autos while I was there. And we saw a lot of them. It was amazing how many we saw. And
and you bought quite a few of them.
I did buy quite a few of them. I'll show you the ones I bought here really quick. Uh, I bought. I'll save the best one for last,
You bought
probably.
a few of our top 10 that we
Yeah.
had. I can't remember the exact episode we had, but we did a top 10 Dale Earnhardt senior cards, and you grabbed a few of them. I think you grabbed the number one and maybe number two.
Well, one of the cards I bought was one of these autographed racing. I probably should have taken these things out of the little
The
mylar back
scoreboard, right?
scoreboard. It's kind of hard to see.
And numbered out
It's
of the
number.
back.
Yep. So I bought that one. It's already PSA certified. It's I think it's number 176 of two. It's like it's 245. So that one was a nice one to pick up. Also picked up this 1999 press pass Dale Earnhardt auto, which is a beauty.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Got found that one. It's already pre-certified. Then probably the best one there, I ended up pulling the trigger on. Like I said, I spent more money on NASCAR cards at this national than I think I did at the last two nationals. But it's this 2000 Sign of the Times Dale Earnhardt auto, and it's a beautiful auto in person. The camera does not do this thing justice because
Yeah, it's
Val has seen it in real life.
yeah, it's pretty. It's gorgeous. I won't say pretty, but it's prettier than pretty. So
So yeah, this one will probably be going to PSA. I did not want to brave the lines and deal with having to log into their computer there and print out all the stuff. I just didn't want to do it. I'll eventually send that one in. But those were the three main Earnhardt autos. I bought another one that was an in-person autograph that I bought. So I ended up with four. Well, actually, I ended up with more than four autos. There was a guy there that also had uh, two different McDonald's sets that were all signed except for the Alan Kowicki's. I think it was 91, 92, and 92 sets. And each one of them had two Dale Earnhardt autographs, and the other one had one. So I ended up popping on those because they also had Davey Allison. Think about that. Davey Allison was in there. Of course, all your other Hall of Famers are in there.
I think
So
we on one of them, the whole page, all nine were Hall of Famers.
yeah, the very first page, all of them were Hall of Famers. First page, Earnhardt, Terry Labonte. I mean, you name it, Davey. It was just amazing. So I bought both of those sets autographed. Uh, and we also saw a guy who had a lot of 2016 Panini Prism already graded. He had a lot of Chase Elliott's and Bubba Wallace and several other different cards. And I ended up buying a couple cards from him because they were of the King. Uh, I bought this seven-time champion card. It's a PSA 10. It's kind of hard to see, but bought that one from him. It's a Prism card. And then what I really liked was this one, just the way it looks. It's the red, white, and blue version of Richard Petty's card, and it's also a PSA 10. So that card's a beauty right there.
Yeah,
So
very nice. He had that in Chicago as well. I remember that case, display case of 2016. So you're muted. You're muted.
oh wow, how long have I been muted?
Since you started talking.
You got to be kidding me.
No, I said something about 2016. You already did that, yes. But the 20 when I talked about the 2016 case of stuff where he was in Chicago, and then
Oh, I don't know how it got muted. That's weird.
I don't know.
I didn't because I've got my cards in my hand. I don't know how it got muted. So anyway, I'll tell you real quick. This was the nicest one, the Richard Petty red, white, and blue. That's nice, and of course the seven-time champion. I don't know how they got muted. That is so weird.
I don't know. I muted myself and then unmuted, but I don't know why it would mute you. So because I
Yeah,
couldn't unmute you when I tried. So, but I don't know, technical difficulties in
yeah,
live recording. So,
yeah.
um, and the only other thing was for the national, we did our prize pack, but we will draw our winner next week when Jason is on. So that was good. We had 50 packs that we handed out each day.
We
at
hit,
different locations. So
yeah, we hit them throughout the national. So, and they were picked up. I mean, and they were picked up pretty quick because we kind of went off and watched, and they were gone. So it didn't
yeah, we're
take.
trying to aim for the kids or whatever, but
Yeah, but some adults picked them up. It's like, oh crap.
yes, definitely. I
So
would again. I know where you're going, so go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, we also, like I said, we earlier we saw some collectors. We saw Nick, we saw TJ there. We also saw Justin Channels. He was there. He's a big Denny Hamlin collector, and he likes to collect the Coke patches out of Prime and National Treasures. So anyway, shout out to Nick. He gave me a Ty freaking Gibbs card here, hero card. Thank you, Nick. TJ gave me some cards as well. Real quick, he gave me one of his cards, and then a Cody Vanderwall and Austin Cindric. That was really nice of him to bring those to me. Appreciate that a bunch. And Justin Channels surprised me very much with this really nice 19, I think it's 1991 Racing Champions Richard Petty slabbed autograph. So shout out to my little brother Justin Channels for that one. So we got gifted a few things. That was really nice. That was a nice bonus, and we appreciate our friends doing that for us a lot.
Yes, thank you, TJ, as well.
Oh,
And what was interesting was I did see through one of those boxes where it was $3, $3 a card. There was some TJ's cards were in there. So I don't know if he planted them or if somebody picked them up through different channels to come back, but that was pretty interesting.
yeah, I thought that was funny. Oh, one more thing, and this is really isn't NASCAR, but Kirk Keith, Mr. Mint, 23, he knows I collect Bo Jackson, and he brought me a 1987 cello pack with Bo Jackson on the back of one of them. So he gave me that, and he also gave me. I also had collect funny name cards. Yep, Val got one too,
Rack Pack, yeah.
and I collect funny name cards. And Kirk gave me this Buzz Nutter card, which I thought was hilarious. So yeah, lots of gifts. It was fun. That was the fun part, just seeing everybody hugging, and it was a big bro fest.
Anything else before we get into King's Court?
Just thank you to Panini. Thanks for the information that they gave us. I'm really, from hearing all that, I'm really looking forward to these next few releases coming out and see what's going to really happen.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Panini. The possible Dale Earnhardt Sr. tops Formula One with the finest and Stadium Club, F1 equivalent. So it's always cool to see some of this or hear about this. So
Yeah, I'm just hoping that Tops doesn't kill the golden goose. I hope the fact that they are adding more brands is great, but I just hope they don't overproduce and make too much and put a glut in the market. And I don't want it to be 1991 all over again.
yeah, it's a fine line,
Yes.
i- and there's a little bit of an art to it, but I don't know the last time Tops has been kind of in this situation where one of their brand new products kind of escalated and they're trying to gauge, and especially in this post pandemic, I guess no one will disagree that 2020 2021 was a very significant increase in the hobby during that time, and then trying to judge if that supply and demand is still there or whatever, try to do some new products. So it's a fine line, I guess. What I'm saying is for supply and demand, and producing either too much or not enough, and trying to get it just right. So it's kind of threading the needle.
It is. I hope, like I said, I hope they don't overproduce. If they don't overproduce it, it's going to be fine. If they just start keep running product 24/7, we're going to be in big trouble.
Right.
We'll see. But I'm glad for it. Oh, one more thing. I did get this really cool PSA Set Registry shirt from PSA at the PSA Set Registry uh, cocktail party. I was getting ready to say luncheon, but that's not right. So a good time was had by all, but with that, we can probably talk about that more about that next week.
So you're probably a PSA fan now.
I am a PSA fan. Look at that. It's got my one of my nicknames on there. Isn't that sweet? That's cool. That's one of the coolest giveaways that we picked up at the national was that PSA fan.
Yeah. All right, we're good to cue the music.
I say cue the music, dude. All righty then. I'm gonna let Val talk about this one first.
Yeah, I kind of jumped.
He added this one in.
Yeah, this one is for me. I saw this auction. This ended on July 20th, and it is a 1983 Uno Dale Earnhardt Sr. graded by SGC. It's a mint 9, and it had 21 bids and went for $845. So it's nice to see some 83 Uno love there for this, very rare issue. I think they said, and I don't know, I would have to double it, but only 60 were graded. So you're on mute again. I don't know how you're getting mute.
How I don't know how I'm getting muted. That is
I
weird.
don't know because you were just talking. You said, "Hey, I'll let Val take this one." I took
Yeah,
it,
no,
and
I was muted again.
gremlins in the machine, I guess. So, all right. So now we're back to our originally scheduled. Or any comment on the 83 Uno?
I just think that's a heck of a price, and it just makes me wonder what a PSA 10 would go for. I mean, it's not going to be double. It's usually the curve goes way up for a PSA 10, so you're probably thinking at least $2,500 for a PSA 10. I mean, judging by that price,
Yeah, we have not seen a PSA 10 in a long time. We have not seen a Beckett 9.5 either. So, um, we will see.
we
But
will see. Pretty cool, dude.
yep. Okay, now back to our regular scheduled program.
A regularly
King's
scheduled
Court.
court. All right, starting out with the Joker of the Week. This was on the 29th of July, 2021. President's Choice 2.0 Race Shoes Jumbo Patch Mario Andretti 101. They had a uh, buy it now price of $123. They accepted a best offer of $114 for this. And I like that patch. I wish Jason was here because I know exactly what Jason would say here. Why didn't they put it the right, the lettering the right way on the patch?
Right.
But it's part of the Firestone patch, is what it is.
Yeah, it's too wide to go the other way, right?
It may be,
And
but
then you would miss the red top and bottom. So, but
I like that. That's really cool.
it's nice. You can definitely tell it's Firestone.
Definitely, even though it's not an officially licensed product, I think it's still a neat product, and you can look at it. And I looked at it, I zoomed in on it really hard, and you could see all the little stains and things in it. So at least in my opinion, I think that's definitely a real patch. So pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, next up, Jack. This was on the 2nd of August. It's a Mick Schumacher 2021 Topps Chrome F1 gold wave refractor out of 50. And I don't see it.
Hold on.
Oh, more technical difficulties. We're having a lot. The technical gremlins are messing with us tonight.
Yep.
There he is. Anyway, it's a PSA 10, which is really cool, and it went for $995 with 35 bids. Uh, Given the climate of Formula One these days, I think that's a steal. I think somebody stole that card. It's a gold wave refractor for crying out loud, and it's a 10.
Yeah, that's nice, right? How Chrome is, how the chipping and stuff. So it's
Yeah, that's a sweet card, and
even
it's
numbered.
got the rookie card logo on the front and all
Hmm.
that. So, I mean, I think whoever got that card got a pretty good deal. You may see that card back up on eBay in a month or so, going for a higher price. So, sweet card. All right, so going on to our Queen of the Week. Go figure. This was on the 1st of August, and it is a 2020, and they call it rookie, which really it's not. Auto 101 Haley Deegan National Treasures Panini Patch Card. They were asking $2,000 for this. They accepted a best offer of $1,001. Jesus,
Wow,
yeah, $1,001 for that thing, dude.
that's a nice patch.
It is a nice patch, and they've got it on there the correct way, which would make Jason happy.
Yes, it
Makes me
would.
happy because it does bother me too, but I think it really bothers Jason.
Yes.
So these cards, they have come out of the woodwork here lately. These National Treasure booklets, uh, but that's a nice one, and somebody paid up for it. All right, so coming up next will be our king. This was on the 28th of July. It's 2011 Wheels Element Chase Elliott autograph. They say true rookie card on card auto. It's number 51 of 225. They were asking $855 for this. Do you have any idea what offer they accepted
I'm
back?
gonna say 500.
475. Close.
Oh, okay.
So Chase Elliott autographs right now are pretty hot, and luckily Val has one that's probably the best one.
That yeah, that red that's nice. I was looking, for chipping and stuff like that, how that would grade because of the dark corners with the blue there to the left and the right, and then the gray to the bottom left, and then the top right, that dark gray. So
Yeah, that's a nice card.
yeah, it presents very well. The signature is nice and dark blue. It's yeah, looks nice.
Sweet. All
Yep.
right, moving on. Ace of the week, our 101. This was on the 31st of August, 2020, Topps Dynasty F1 Jumbo Patch Auto of, and this is the first time I think we've ever had one of his cards on here, Antonio Giovinazzi.
Yeah.
This card actually went through bidding. There wasn't no best offer or any kind of crazy stuff like that. This card ended up going for $1,136.22 with 31 bids.
Yeah,
And
I was
like,
just looking at that relic. It's you can see the zippers tying that, together. So
yeah, that's a really cool relic. I like that one a lot. Um, and it got a PSA grade of just 7 with an auto of 9. So it just goes to show you those cards coming out of the packs are not always going to be what you think they are as far as mint. But still, even with those grades, I think it really doesn't matter that much. Uh, it's
no,
still a sweet card.
yeah, I think the encapsulation just kind of helps preserve it so it doesn't get any worse. But I don't think the grade makes or breaks it. I think it's the relic and the auto. So
Agreed, totally agree. So that's a cool card.
yeah, very nice.
All right, so last but not least, our Royal Flush. This is on the 2nd of August. We had a lot of these things in the beginning of August. It's really weird how that's worked out. But anyway, this is a 2020 Topps Chrome F1 George Russell rookie card, Gold Refractor Auto out of 50. It's only a PSA 7, just like the other card before it, but it's an auto of a 10. This card, actually, it still went through bidding too, just like the other card. It went for $7,000 with 27 bids for George Russell in a 7. So, in a sticker auto. Easy to me. I think that's a pretty big price for that card.
Yeah, 7,000. But it's 2020 Chrome George Russell auto signature. And it showed with the 27 bids,
Yeah,
$7,000.
there's a
Wow.
lot of interest in that. I mean, there could have been two guys doing the 27 bids for all we know, but I didn't look at the bid history. But still, that's pretty impressive for that card.
Yeah, and he's doing well, right? I can't remember how many. He's he third or fourth in points, I think it was during our recap. So he's
Yeah.
leading in the series. So he's with Mercedes now, Lewis Hamilton teammate. So and he's doing well. So now it's whoever sold it, but and he could be the future too. So
Well, you got to think he was on the podium this past week, and this card sold after that. So there is a lot to be said for performance and card sales.
yeah, he's been on that podium for a few weeks now.
So he's doing well. He
Yep.
he could eke out a win, I think, this year if Mercedes steps it up just a little bit and Lewis Hamilton. Something happens to Lewis Hamilton and he's not out in front of him.
Yeah,
So
that's nice. We started a lot of high dollar cards, at the show, whatever. But this is a really nice one.
yep. So there you go. That's the King's Court for this week.
All right, thank you. Well, again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Panini America, and also thank you for sticking with us and watching the show. We're also available on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell to get notified when new shows are released. Anything else, Logan?
Just the same old thing. Ty freaking Gibbs and hashtag skid marks.
Yep, definitely. And I guess we will see you next week. And from me and the guys, we're out of here, and we will catch you next week.